back to Yirara.
Aha! It's time for another session of STEM. Science, technology, engineering and maths.
Today in science we're going to be doing an experiment called crystal candy, which is actually an experiment we can eat, which is awesome. It's made by forming a saturated solution from sugar and water. And just to change it up a bit, today we're off to the cooking room. To make this crystal candy, here's a list of the ingredients and things you'll need. A measuring cup to measure a couple of cups of sugar. A different measuring cup to put in the 1 cup of water. Sugar, enough for 2 to 3 cups. A spoon to stir with. We'll also need a pot to heat our mixture in and a stove to put it on. We'll need some skewers so that our crystals can form, and some pegs so that we can hold our skewers in place. We'll also need a cup or a tall glass, something see-through so that we can watch our crystals grow. Now we're set to go. The first thing we're going to do is add 2 cups of sugar. Then our 1 cup of water. Stir the sugar and water mixture over a medium heat until you can see all the sugar is dissolved. You will see the mixture has turned clear once the sugar has dissolved. Then add your food colouring. And mix it in well. Let your mixture cool a little and then pour into your glasses over the sink or a mat, somewhere easy to clean up if it should spill. Then dip your skewer into the solution so that it's sticky. Then when you roll it in the sugar, crystals will stick to your skewer. This is making a seed crystal. When we put this into our cup, the crystals from the solution will naturally try and form on the crystals that are already on the skewer. We then need to peg our skewer in place. Don't leave it on the bottom of your cup, but just pull it up a little bit so that the crystals can form freely around the skewer. Now we wait for our crystals to form. It's important we document our experiment too. We can do diagrams or write notations of what we did, or observations that we saw during the experiment. So we've got one of our experiments finished here. As you can see, there's the little crystals that are formed on the side of the skewer. Let's take a close-up look of these crystals in the sun. I'll slowly turn it around so you can get a better look at the formation. So when a supersaturated solution cools, the sugar in a solution has actually run out to form crystals, And it's formed on the seed crystals that we put on the skewer before we put it into the solution. And then we just keep growing as the sugar comes out of the solution. Now we can eat it. Now after 2 days, this is our final product with a nice heavy coating of dense crystals around the edge of our skewer. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, my name's Miss Andrea. So today we're going to be doing a lesson, a literacy lesson, and it's particularly about writing and punctuation. Punctuation means making your writing tidy, putting in your commas, full stops, but today we're going to talk about capital letters, and they're very, very important. You need them to make your writing easy to read, but it's also the proper way to do it. So let me introduce myself by reading this little paragraph that I've written. You'll be able to look at closer on your screen as I go. And it's done without capital letters. So, hi, my name is Miss Andrea. I'm a teacher at Yirara College in Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. I come from Mossman in North Queensland, Australia. The weather is like other places in the top end. Along the coast runs the Great Barrier Reef and the Coral Sea. We have a rainy season and crocodiles. My class at Yirara is Senior School Foundations A. Now, let's have a look at that. It just looks all the same because I haven't used any capital letters. For a start, there should have been one here, 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 here. Yirara College needs a capital letter, Alice Springs. All of these, I've been really, really naughty. So what I'm going to do now is talk you through when you should use a capital letter. We don't have to look at this anymore. Let's take it down. So, when I use the word capitalise, it just means use capital letters. So, I should put capital letters on the names of the cities, the countries, any companies, and all religions to show respect. So, this is an example. For someone's name, have you met my dog Boomer? See how I put a capital letter in there? For a city, I live in Alice Springs, 2 more capitals. Companies, when you go into town, you will see Target has a capital letter and so does Woolworths. And for religions, you must put a capital C on the word Christian or other religions like Buddhism. Also, you must put capital letters on all your cities, towns, communities, countries, nationalities and all languages. So when you're writing, please don't write Darwin with a little d, it needs a big D. So does Kununurra, Nooka, Yuendamu, Elliot. Always use your capital letters. A country, Papua New Guinea. There's 3 words, but we use a capital on every single one. Nationality means which nation or country you come from. A lot of us here are Australians, big capital A. And lastly, language. When you write Creole or Aranda, put your capital letter there every single time. Now, this doesn't change. It stays the same all the time. Doesn't matter how old you are, and these are rules. So the first word of a sentence also has a capital letter. Now someone's saying this and they have 3 sentences in there. Hey, it's great to see you. How have you been? 3 sentences, 3 capitals. Second last one, everybody. When you write your birthday down, you must put a capital on your days, your months, but also any holidays like Anzac Day, but not the seasons. What are seasons? That is spring, summer, autumn, winter. They all have a capital. No, I'm wrong, they don't. Not on seasons. So when I've used summer here, it's a small s. But Monday always has a capital. your month, June, and special days like Christmas Day. It has a capital. Have a look at your calendar and you will see that is a fact. And the last one I want to talk to you about is quotes. And a quote is what someone says or has said. So, when it's a complete sentence, I've used my capital for the name, Elijah, asked, comma. Now here my sentence starts with the inverted commas. So I've gone straight away and used a capital for the first part of that speech. Okay, I hope you understand that, and if you haven't, maybe watch it again or pay good attention when you're reading something in your books and notice when they've used capitals. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Alright, so first we're going to start off with the biscuit base. I've got myself a little bit of butter and the biscuits from the recipe. If you have a paper bag at home, you can just put them in the paper bag just so we can crush the biscuits. Just fold the bag over a little bit. I'm just going to use a rolling pin to crush them. So just crushed it down. Going to have a little look inside. What we're looking for is it to be nice and crumbly like that. Grab our bowl, tip the breadcrumbs back in. So we're just going to mix the butter in with the biscuit base, the melted butter from the microwave. Biscuit base is what they should look like. Now we're just going to start making up the cheesecake. I've just washed my hands. We've got our cream cheese inside. We need to add 1 cup of sugar. Now there's a lot of sugar in this. If you have diabetes or you need to substitute the sugar out, you can. You can put a little bit of sweetener in it. Or you can put some honey. Honey would be really nice inside these. And we have vanilla extract or vanilla essence. You can use vanilla essence. I'm going to put 1 whole teaspoon inside. Really important that we measure this because it's super strong. Then we've just got 1 of our lemons. So what I like to do with the lemon, especially when we're using fresh, I squeeze it into my hand, just like this. That way my hand will catch any of the seeds and I let the juice just go through my fingers. Alright, now we're going to just add the cream cheese into each one of these shells. So ever just top up some of the emptier ones. Just give them all a little tap. We just want them to have a little bit of a nice flavour and then they're ready to go into the oven. You want your oven set to 180 degrees. Alright, now we're back. These took 20 minutes to cook, 20, 25. You want to cook them until they're just starting to crack right below. I took them out a couple of minutes ago, let them sit for 10 minutes, so they've already sat and they're ready. You just need to take them out of the pan and sit them on a wire rack so they can completely cool. If you want to refrigerate them, you can. By all means, once we've finished decorating, we're going to put them in the fridge anyway. Alright, we've just taken them out of the fridge. You can let them sit there for half an hour. That should be enough. If you want to leave them for an hour, that's okay. I've got some strawberries here that we've cut up and some raspberries. You can use any fruit to put on top of them. That's up to you. We're just going to pop strawberries. Couple of strawberries inside, like that, and a couple of raspberries, just like that, and serve it like that. And you just serve it, and it's good to go. Lovely cheesecake with berries on top. You can put some grapes, maybe some kiwi fruit, banana if you like banana. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
What's up, Yirara fam? Welcome back to another exciting episode of What's That Sound? With me, Miss Tina. So can anyone remember the 2 hints from the previous episode? If not, I got you. The first one is the opposite of less, and the second one is the opposite of tall. So the words are more and short. More, short. And if you got that right, round of applause. So, can anyone guess what's the sound for today? Remembering, more, short. More, short. I'll give you a few seconds for you to guess what's that sound. Alright, time's up. So, the sound for today is, drum roll please, or. Or for more, or for short. You can see that the or sound in more is O-R-E, and the or sound in short is O-R. O-R-E, O-R. More and short. So remember that for the next time you're reading, writing, and spelling. So, I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye now. I'll give you a hint for the next episode. You make heaps of them when you're at Yirara, and you watch TikToks on them. I'll see you all next episode. Be kind and stay safe. Bye!
Hi everyone, Miss Andrea again. How are you going? I hope you're safe out there. So we're missing you, but one thing we always have to remember when we're at school, we have to be on time. Also when you're working. And I think some people don't really understand how to tell the time, so we're going to have a look at that with an analog clock, which is an olden time clock with a face, and also a digital clock. So let's start with this one. There's 24 hours in one day, 60 seconds in 1 minute, and 60 minutes in 1 hour. So when the hand goes around here, it goes through all those numbers, 5, 10, 15, 30, 40, round, and then 60 minutes is finished, and it'll change another hour. So when you're looking at the time, you can also look at this as a circle, and it can be divided up into half and also into quarters. So when you say time, you can say it 2 ways. You can talk about the minutes with the 5s and the 10s, but you can also talk about it with the quarters. Quarter here, when the long hand's here, it's half. And after here, you don't say 3/4, you say 1/4 So it's 1/4 past, 1/2 past, 1/4 and then you finish the whole hour. So let's have a look at a real clock face. So the shorthand tells you the hour, so it's pointing to 5, and the long hand tells you the minutes. So it's finished the hour before and it's pointing here, ready to start the next hour, which will be 5 past 5 when it moves here. Now let's look at those quarters that I was talking about. Time is gone. It's gone from 5 past 5, 10 past 5, 15 past 5. Now, you may say that as 5:15, or most people say it as 1/4 past 5. A quarter of the way round past the 5. Now, what about this one? The shorthand's still pointing near the 5, but can you see it's not quite on the 5? So it's before 5 o'clock, And we would say it's 4:45. So it's got another quarter of an hour to go before it's really 5 o'clock. So 4:45, or if you were saying it the other way, you would say it's 4:45. Because remember over here, we looked at every 5 minutes, and here's 30, 35, 40, 45. So when the hand's pointing here, it's 45. Now the last one on the analog clock is the half past. So you can see the shorthand is between the 2 and the 3. So we're saying it's 2:30, and it'll be another half an hour before it gets to 3.
New staff start at Yirara. Fantations class study Shakespeare. Consultation class at the wall. Good morning, I'm Marlene Brady with Yirara News. New faces have come to Yirara. Let's see who they are. Welcome to Yirara College, Miss Lund. Can you tell us something about yourself and your role here at Yirara?
My role here at Yirara is to cover for Miss Olivia while she's away. So I'm working with the Year 7-8 group. And after that, I might be continuing to do some work covering other classes, and who knows, we'll see what happens. And a little bit about myself. I'm a science and geography teacher, and I'm from Newcastle, where I grew up. And I'm an identical twin, so I have a sister who looks just like me. And yeah, what else would you like to know? Alright, thank you.
Thanks, Miss Lauren. Have a great time here.
Thank you.
Welcome to Yirara College, ladies. Can you tell us something about yourselves and your roles here at Yirara?
I'm Pauline. And I'm Miss Emily. And we're from Germany, and we just finished school. And we will work here for 1 year. We will stay here for really 12 months, and we will assist the teachers, for example, in the music department.
Thanks, Pauline and Ellie. I'm Melanie Giles for Yirara TV. Bye!
See ya!
Yirara's consultation class went rock climbing at St. Philip's School last Thursday. Mr. Richard, Miss Michaela, Aaron Plummer, Leslie Jones, and Ezra Nelson climbed as high as they could and absorbed back down to earth. This time the Fantasia classes will be studying William Shakespeare as part of their literacy studies. William Shakespeare was a playwright who lived in England over 400 years. Some of his famous plays include Othello, Hamlet, and Romeo and Juliet. Students will be studying the life of Shakespeare, learning about the Globe Theatre and studying some of his plays. Here's a quote from one of Shakespeare's plays.
We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile. This day shall gentle his condition. And gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap whilst any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's day.
That's news now to sports. Here's Penny.
last night Clontarf held their first match for the term. It was a Yirara Brumbies inter-club game, which saw over 30 fellas join in and play, whilst having the opportunity to get to know each other. Seniors Aaron Palmer and Les Jones did a fantastic job of coaching the teams and making sure that all the fellas had met each other and shaken hands. Well done, fellas. And last Thursday morning, Clontarf had 30 fellas up before 6 a.m. wearing their new Clontarf gear and on their way to town pool. Mr. James reported, "It was great to see many new faces being led by our returning academy members. During the training session, the fellas played some markers up and then a big game of poison ball, which everyone really got into and enjoyed. Now to weather, here's Geneva."
Today we can expect a high of 15 degrees, Saturday and Sunday 18 degrees, Monday a high of 21 degrees. That's weather. Let's check out what's happening in Alice with Tyrone.
Coming to the Telegraph Station on the 28th of August, the 2016 Bush Band Bash. Bush Band Bash is a foot-stomping musical celebration under the starring desert sky, played on an audience of thousands. The concert is the biggest showcase of Aboriginal desert music in Australia. That's your news for the 5th of August 2016. A big call out to Hermannsburg. Enjoy your shopping, but before we go, a word from our new deputy principal.
Hello everyone, my name is Karen Jessen. I used to be at Hermannsburg a long time ago, and now I'm at Yirara College as the new deputy principal. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you guys, and I hope you come back to Yirara soon. We've got lots of exciting things planned for you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
On your marks. Get set. Well, it's a good start by the students. Alvino is going. We've got big lads. Malcolm's doing his best as well. The staff might be getting on top here, I reckon. The students are in from the big shot. Laz is just pulling it on his own. He's pulling it on his own, big Laz. Look at him go. Laz is, no, he's almost in. No, he's not. The teacher's Ali at the front. Who's going to go in? Well, the students are in. Well done. I thought you had it there, students. I thought Big Laz was about to do it by himself.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Yirara.